Headbangers Ball, and I read the memo that said if you interview in Queensryche that everybody has to wear black. So if you're thinking that there's something, even the carpet is black, none more black. So the last time that we saw you wasn't in London, or was it? Have we seen you since then?
Unknown.
You don't even remember. How about you?
It's been too many
Do you remember
years.
London? Because how many years ago was that when we were on top of a double-decker bus? That was Queensryche, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Queensryche.
Late 91.
Was it that long ago?
It was that long ago, yeah.
So it's been 4 years or something since Empire.
It was a black double-decker bus, wasn't it?
Was it? Well, actually, it wasn't black, but we just had to. we told everybody.
The weather was black.
Exactly. And so was all the food there that we ate in London. But I mean, when you spend so much time without a record coming out, do you kind of pay attention to the way the music is going, or does it really not matter because you're just going to do your own record anyway?
The latter is the answer.
Had you been listening to any of the stuff that's happened in music in the past 4 years? 'Cause it's been going through some kind of weird changes.
We actually listened to quite a few different things, so personally I haven't, no.
Now, is this something that's been taken 4 years to write, the new record?
Well, we were touring for almost 2 years for Empire, and then we took a year off where we just really disconnected from the music industry and didn't do anything kind of relating to Queensryche. So, spent a year on this project. You could say, I suppose, we had our heads in the sand for a while.
The new record is called Promised Land, and it comes out Tuesday, and we're going to be back here with Queensryche in Seattle as the Headbangers Ball continues. The Headbangers Ball, we're in Seattle at the place that Queensryche is rehearsing. And how much time does Queensryche actually spend rehearsing now that the record is done?
About an hour.
An hour would be a month, day?
An hour would be a lot of time.
I mean, an hour and how much? An hour a day, an hour a year?
We show up at 3, leave at 8, and rehearse for an hour.
Okay.
Well,
60 minutes to an hour, I would say.
Yeah, and then we just drink coffee.
All right. Well, you know, it's something I noticed about Seattle. When I went to a place and I tried to get a cup of coffee, they're like, this is coffee. We have cafe latte. Or cappuccino. You can't get a cup of coffee in Seattle. Is it like the...
It depends.
Is that
what
because of you
want.
guys?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's. Hello.
Ricky, would you get that for us?
They're delivering coffee. Okay, so Tuesday the record comes out. It's called Promised Land. And if you don't know how to ask for it by name, you don't know how to say Queensryche Promised Land, just say...
I want the Totem Pole album.
And look, there's Waldo. You couldn't see him. There's Waldo. Right there. So this is what the record is going to look like, right?
Yeah, that's it. This is the front cover, and this is the inside cover with the lyrics and all the...
Of course, the CD version is quite a bit smaller.
Yeah, it's actually...
this is the CD version. No, it is. This folds up to be the CD. Remember, guys?
And does it come with Nail in the Head guy in every issue?
It has Nail in the Head guy in every issue.
And you also released some of these on vinyl, right?
Vinyl? What's that?
Vinyl. It's this big black thing with a hole in the middle. It smells really good.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we did
Sounds like a used condom.
something. I don't know how many.
Actually, we're
Ricky,
doing
not
Controller
many.
versions and sending out
78 version of
yeah,
that.
you crank the thing and it gouges a big thing.
8-track.
Yeah.
Comes off a 9-volt, I think.
Something like that.
Actually, it's a collector's edition.
Which of the many ones? The vinyl
The
edition?
vinyl. So if you're gonna get one, get it
Because don't you
quickly.
kind of like vinyl? I mean, don't you miss vinyl, sort of?
I do. I actually plugged in my record player the other day for the first time in about 8 years.
And you like the starting of it when it goes...
Yeah, I like all the kind of sound that comes with the record.
I still get that on my CD player, but that's just because I didn't clean it. We're going to be back with more Queensryche from Seattle as the Headbangers Ball continues. Oh my God, she married who? We're here in Seattle with Queensryche, and this is the rehearsal studio. Now that the record is done, I assume that the rehearsal schedule is because of upcoming tour plans, correct?
That is correct. We'll be assaulting the globe, actually, Ricky, sometime soon. Months from now, actually.
Are you going to be starting in America?
I don't think so. I think we're going to go to Asia and Europe, or perhaps just Europe, or perhaps other locations as yet even unknown to the band. We're not quite sure. But the States, probably late winter '95.
Okay, now the record comes out Tuesday. It's called Promised Land. And I listened to the record, and there's certain songs that, like Disconnected, for instance. That song even reminded me like that could have almost been a song on Operation Mindcrime. I mean, well, this is my opinion. take it for whatever it's worth, which we already know. But what's your feeling on, like, is there like a direction, like a string, like Operation Mindcrime, that everything is connected, or
Well,
no?
it's kind of a thematic album, yeah, in the sense that the theme is really dark and very introspective. It all deals with sort of discovering yourself.
And was there a certain song that like meant a lot to you, that was a part of your life?
Yeah, all of it.
Every
Every single thing you hear.
Okay, we're going to talk more about Queensryche, more of the songs on the new album. So the Headbangers Ball is now hanging out at a coffee house in Seattle with Queensryche. Ooh, a coffee house where you can order a cup of coffee. You can order this. What's this, Jeff?
This is an Americano, which is my beverage of choice.
Which is what?
It's just very strong espresso and water.
And that's what?
Macchiato, which
What kind of a glass set? That looks like a little, like, you play tea party or something?
is delicate like
You have to
you.
hold your pinky out. You gotta do the old...
And you decided to just sip from the ashtray.
I did. I'm waiting for my coffee, along with yours.
Now, Chris, if you notice, isn't with us. And Chris is where?
Chris is on his way up. Where is he?
Portland. Chris is
He's on his way to Portland, picking up the.
He's not here?
Hold on a second. Nope, he's not here. Because Chris is going to be...
Well, he's on his way to Portland to pick up the plane that we're going to use to get to our release party tonight.
So he is going to fly each and every one of you into this, there's, I guess, hopefully his landing strip at this museum. We're having the record release party tonight. Have you flown with Chris much?
Yeah, I've flown a couple times, and he's good. He's really safe. He's very cautious, very meticulous. Goes through all the checks and everything. So
There's all the checks, like, okay,
You know, make
it's
sure-
two wings, right? Two wings?
It's unlike his driving skills. No, he's a safe driver too. But
So then you're going to be landing at the museum where they've got 1,500 headphones.
That's right, 1,500. We're going to count them all to make sure that they didn't jip us out of a few.
That's my job.
It is? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Can you let us know?
Well, I can only count to 100, so actually I'm going to need help from you guys. But this is a great idea for a record listening party, because sometimes if you go to these things, I mean, people rarely listen to the record. They're running around getting drinks or whatever, and here everybody is, and a lot of these people are really fans, right?
Yeah, they're mostly fans who, through our fan club, were contacted that this is an opportunity. If they want to hear the record, they sign up, so they did.
And it seems to me that this record wasn't released to a lot of people in advance. A lot of times, you know, we all hear the records before they come out. And I mean, up until today was the first day that I heard any of the new Queensryche record. Was this like done intentionally, or
what, to wait so long? To
or maybe just keep the record from me? Or was it, because a lot of people haven't heard the new Queensryche record, right?
Basically, yeah. And, you know, we don't even have copies of our new record yet. But, yeah, it'll be out soon. Tuesday.
Excited? I mean, you guys nervous? I mean, we're talking about Tuesday. It's just a couple days away from the record coming out. And the record buying public has been very different these last few years. You know, you used to have a record that would sell 5 million records, guaranteed your record would sell great. Now people want quality, which I think the new Queensryche record is. Are you a little bit nervous, though?
actually, I'm pretty wired, Ricky.
Let me ask somebody that isn't drinking caffeine.
How do you know it's quality? Because you haven't heard it yet.
I did hear it today. I heard it today. And I gave it the best test, in my opinion, the car stereo test.
How many Ricky Rockmans did we get?
How many what?
How many Ricky?
R's?
Yeah, how many
stars? Is it like, we get 4 R's, 5 R's?
You know what? I'll figure out I got to figure out what the R thing is. Like in a 1 to what? 1 to 5 R's?
Sure.
We'll give you the R thing like a little bit later. Stay tuned. More Headbangers Ball. Little Susie teacup coffee, things like that. It tastes like something that came out of there.
See, I mean, it's just beautiful the way they lay out. You know,
Look, it looks like a little
looks like
tri-like almost. Look.
that's what it's
playing
supposed
that?
to be. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, it's the album cover. Floating.
Actually, this was the inspiration for the album cover.
It happened just like this,
just like
right?
this, yeah.
A night just like tonight at the Lux Coffee Bar.
15 of these, we could take on the world.
Lost in the frog.
There's Lux Coffee.
And there he is.
And no solicitor.
See how convenient it is? Watch this, one more time. At the Lux Coffee Bar.
At the Lux Coffee Bar.
Okay, you got your plug in, now leave us alone. Now we'll do it. Okay, now take the cap off. Okay, let's finish where we were. Usually I don't listen to lyrics, or I listen to them, I just don't understand them. But I just listen to the drum bass. Are you for real? No. But I read the lyrics this time. No, I'm not for real. But I read the lyrics this time, and the song Bridge, I think a lot of people, a lot of guys are probably going to be relate to. I mean, this was a very heavy song.
Yeah, I didn't write that one.
Chris did, and he isn't here. Wait, listen, hard.
Talk about him since
Chris
he's
is
not
in
here.
Portland.
Chris isn't here. Okay, well, let's it's about his guppy, okay? And since he isn't here, I think a lot of people are going to be, but a lot of the songs are, I mean, deal with some heavy issues, right? Jump in anytime you want. Just say yes, Ricky. They
It does
do.
deal with personal issues, but
Other than just the froth here at the Lux Coffee Bar.
Well, we try to talk about the froth as well, but yeah, it's a lot of sort of self-analysis, you know, relationship songs dealing with.
Things that happen in the course of one's life.
Yeah.
Internal garbage.
And then trying to. Yeah, that's it.
Sorting through the trash, looking for the
Spewing
fine
it out.
things.
Did it feel, I mean, you're coming off your first, like, was Silent City #1? Yeah, it was the #1. Was there any pressure coming off a #1 song? I mean, did you say, like, okay, is there a song on this that's going to be our Silent Lucidity?
No.
Because it sounded to me like on Empire there were more like sort of singles, you know what I mean? Like a lot of songs were really made. And here it seems like you guys are really kind of be taking more risks. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was sort of the idea going into the record, is that we didn't want to do what we'd done before. We wanted to try something more left of center, I suppose, than what we had done on the last album. I think there's still a lot of, I don't know, I'm not a very good judge on what a single is. I never thought Silent Lucidity would be a single that would do anything amazing, but it did. So maybe you could ask Scott.
Right now, wait, we're going to play the video. We'll come back and talk to you guys. We're back with Queensryche. We're here in Seattle, and in just a little bit, they're going to get on a plane flown by Chris DeGarmo. If they come back, or I'm sorry, when they come back, we're going to be at the record release party where 1,500 fans are going to be listening to the new record on headphones. They'll be hearing it before you will hear it. In order for you to hear it, go get it. It comes out Tuesday. How's that? Did that sound convincing? Did that sound convincing enough?
That killed me.
I can sleep.
Now tell me, do you feel, do you get kind of, I don't know, like just wishing you were back out on the road, spending a lot of time at home?
Yes.
Because you spent a lot of time with Empire, you spent a lot of time on the road.
Yeah, we spent about 15 months on the road. We would like to do that again on this one.
Do you write songs wondering what they're going to be like live?
No.
Like, is every song that's basically on this record, I mean,
We're
there's
still trying to figure out how to play these songs live.
Right. Because when we go into the studio, we never think about live. We just think about doing a good record, something that pleases us musically. And then when we get done with it, we have to figure out how to play it.
Because there's certain songs, I think it's on IMI, that I don't know if it's strings, but it sounds like strings. It's some sort. Is it a string section or?
Actually, on that song, Chris played cello and violin and sitar, and Scott played an enormous amount of sort of world percussion instruments and bottles.
The beers of the world, bottles.
Beers of the world. Yeah.
But I had to drink them first to get them empty so they'd sound good.
Exactly, and that's the only way to make it sound that true thing. And sitar, same thing.
True. Yeah, Chris stuck a little red dot here in the middle of his head and sat on a pillow and burned some incense. And
Now to do something like that live, are you going to have cellos and stuff like that, or you think because I think when people hear that first song, which 9:28 a.m. really isn't necessarily a song, but when people first hear that song, I mean that's for people that are wondering if it's going to be heavy or Queensryche like they liked on some of the other stuff. That song's pretty heavy. I mean, right?
It's very heavy, I think. It's probably one of the heaviest things we've ever done.
Really? Well, the record, once again, is called Promised Land. I was looking for it on the cover, and it's not
It's actually
there.
on the cover. It's right there.
Oh, that's right. I could have seen it. It was hiding underneath the letters.
marketing
It was
technology.
hiding underneath the letters Promised Land. That's why I couldn't see where it said Promised Land. And they got the Queensryche sort of in like a totem pole thing out of wood. What does that symbolize?
Whatever you want.
Okay. Makes me think of dinner. So we're going to go eat dinner. They're going to get on a plane. They're going to fly back. We're going to be with 1,500 people with headphones listening to the Queensryche record at a museum of aviation or something.
Like a huge building filled with airplanes.
That's why it'd be a good flight museum, because it's filled with airplanes. We're going to be there. Queensryche's going to be there. They're going to go with Chris right now and land. And I'm going to take the bus. We'll see you. Stay tuned for more Headbangers Ball with Queensryche. Okay, so tell us the truth. Tell us the truth. How does he cut it as being a pilot?
Oh, he's great. He's great.
Where's Chris?
He's doing his. He's not here yet.
So have you even seen the inside? Because there were just like lines all the way around the block.
Is that good or bad?
Huh?
Is that good or bad?
It's a good thing. But you know what the funny thing is? I don't know if the cameras caught it or not, but right now, Chris is in a golf cart and they're driving him up right now to put him inside of the plane to make it look like, okay, now he's walking in through one door, out the back, to look like he actually flew the plane. So how was the flight, Chris?
How was the flight?
How was the flight?
You gotta push it in with exhilarating. It was an exhilarating flight, Ricky.
The people that most people were asking with the flight, did he serve?
you ever see that
Did he
movie?
serve honey roasted nuts?
You ever see that movie Alive?
Okay, let's say. I'm just
He
curious.
was gonna eat.
I'm just curious. Let's just say Chris flew you guys here. Queensryche did go down in the Andes. Who would be the first one to go? Jeff.
Eddie.
Okay. Now we're gonna go inside and stay tuned. We got more Headbangers Ball with Queensryche. This is a very. I gotta take these off because I keep them on. I'll be screaming at you. So check it out. Like I said before, they got 1,500 headphones all over the place, and people all over this. This is like an aviation museum, the Boeing Museum of Flight. There's people everywhere, just like all these people right here, just sitting here listening to the brand new Queensryche for the first time. Remember, the record comes out Tuesday. It's called Promised Land. What do you think about the record so far? Just say yeah.
Yeah.
No, what do you think about the new Queensryche record?
Great stuff. Every song, great.
Surprised?
No, I'm not surprised at all. Seattle.
Any of the songs that like really stuck out so far?
The second one.
What was that?
Lady Jane was pretty bad.
So that's pretty cool. I mean, you guys have all been listening to the record for the first time, and everybody's got like a different song that you're really digging. And what was this that they gave you here when you walked in?
I guess it's a CD cover, I guess, with all the lyrics in it.
Yep, that's CD Con, so it's got the lyrics.
Yep,
You can like all check
absolutely.
it out for the first time.
Pink Floyd of the 90s, man.
You think so?
Absolutely.
Is that a compliment?
Oh, yeah, big time.
Okay.
I hope so. I hope so.
Okay. Well, stick around. We've got more from Washington with Queensryche, and right now we're going to play older Queensryche. This is Eyes of a Stranger. Headbangers Ball on location in Seattle, Washington. This is the Queensryche record listening party, and I guess rather than reading any kind of stupid reviews that some stupid critics write, this is the way that you can really find out what people think about because these are like the people that are fans of Queensryche and they heard the record, and what's the response that you've been hearing so far? No, I didn't want an autograph. I'll get that later.
Do you want to sign? What's the response?
Yeah.
The response has been, I think,
Hey, what did you guys think about the new record?
It's great. Absolutely. It's excellent.
And you're gonna go out and buy it this Tuesday, right?
Oh yeah, you bet.
Thanks, guys.
So everybody, pretty much, you know, you get to ask people. These are the people that buy the record, what they think. Everybody's saying good stuff.
Yes, they said it was better than Cats.
Better than Cat.
Better than Cats.
Okay, so we heard that. That'll be one review we'll make. That is a good review. So Jeff, right now you're hanging out with the people that listen to the record. These aren't the stupid critics that write the reviews. These are the people that buy the record. And what's the response people have gotten so far?
A lot of question marks.
Question marks?
Yeah.
So far we heard Better Than Cats is a review.
Oh, better than Cats is good.
What would you guys think? You guys just heard the new Queensryche. What do you think?
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah, any songs that stuck out in your mind?
That was wonderful. The first couple were really good.
IMI was great.
IMI? Yeah, one thing it was neat, the people that we talked to, everybody had like a different song that they liked.
Oh, that's good. It's a varied album.
Well, thanks again.
Ricky Rocky from MTV.
He knows. He asked me if I was Kennedy. So listen, we're about to leave right now. You've been talking to these people. What have people been telling you so far about the new Queensryche record?
Well, some of them have been telling us about their children. They're expectant, you know.
So basically, they come up, they ask Queensryche questions. They ask you questions about raising children.
That's
They said, Chris, could you tune up my car?
That's right. There hasn't been much chat about the band, really. It's been all kinds of stuff about. No, it seems as everybody likes it.
Hey, what do you guys think about the new Queensryche record?
Outrageous.
Any songs that you heard that you really liked that stuck out?
I like them all pretty much.
There's 4 or 5 of them that I really like.
4 or 5. What do you think? You're the one probably asking about raising kids, right?
Yes, I am.
Well, once again, we want to thank Queensryche. Remember, the record comes out this Tuesday. It is called
Promised Land.
The video is called
IMI.
And we played it tonight on Headbangers Ball, and I'm sure you'll see it again. So that's it. Stay tuned because we've got just a little bit more on tonight's Headbangers Ball.